It's 4 o'clock. I'd like to call this meeting to order. I have a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Okay, I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion approved. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I don't see anyone here for public comment, so we'll move on to our first budget, JD, for Secondary Road.
Do you care if I do the,
Can we do the weed commissioner first?
Sure.
that's what I need.
Okay, that's what you're here for. We'll do weed commissioner budget first.
And we take care of the admin stuff for the weed commissioner. He has an
Right.
office,
Okay,
he has a space in our office,
right.
so we take care of the administrative stuff. This is our first year of pitching, budget 24,
Okay,
and my office manager has the details.
okay. Lisa will do the weed commissioner budget then.
Yes, so, on page 3 of what I've handed you is where we have come up with the totals for the. So page 3 has the totals that we came up for and submitted to the auditor's office. Stationary forms, office supplies, there would be an increase in that. Troy would like to start using a software that would hook up to the sprayer on the truck. It would map where he has sprayed, what chemical he has sprayed, and the amount. So it'd be a better tracking system. Right now, we're just keeping track of it on paper.
That sounds great.
Yes. Then we go to the cell phone. He's got a county cell phone, so people can reach him on that.
Okay.
$60 a month. He will, if we get the software spray, then he will need a hotspot on his tablet, so we would just use the hotspot off of his phone.
Okay.
So save a little money there. There are 2 conferences that he would like to go to and have been attended in the past. We estimated those at $800. He has CEUs and a license to keep up, and then any other expenses. There are other meetings that he can go to. We just don't know what all those are yet since he hasn't been here a full year.
Okay.
Motor vehicle equipment repair, $5,000. As you can see in the notes, the fleet that he is using are older vehicles and pieces of equipment. To get him going in 2024, there was $6,700 spent on parts just to get everything up and operational. So the request for expenditures is $10,300 for the next fiscal year. Then I put some notes down below. Additional expenses to secondary roads in 2024 was $84,882. And the breakdown of that is fuel. There was more parts that were paid for in secondary roads. There was no budget available in the weed commissioner's budget. The chemicals that were spent out of secondary roads was $18,850. He used up most all of the old inventory of the chemicals that we had down at the shop. So from this point forward, he's going to be buying everything that he needs.
Okay.
So we need that increased for next year. There's his wages for 2024, and then there is a $4,000 stipend for him to be the weed commissioner. So with the proposed budget that was sent in, there was the total expenditure of $10,300, and then a request for the rural basic transfer to secondary roads for $42,500. That is more than it's been in the past, but we do have a full-time employee now. Nobody's been in that position since 2018 when Rick Daly left. And then, what's that? Right, and I've got that on the next page. Rick was part-time. He was the road superintendent, but he did the weed commissioner on the side. And I looked back over his last year that he worked for the county, and he was averaging about 80 hours per year on spraying, and that was it.
Okay.
Troy is spending quite a bit more time doing
Okay.
that.
So what's the percentage? Because he's working part-time for secondary road and part-time for weed, right? So part of his wage will be secondary road and part of it will be weed.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. When he's not doing any spraying or attending any classes, any administrative stuff for the weed commissioner. He's out doing other things that would be county coded on secondary roads. It'd be billed to us.
Okay.
And we don't necessarily have a hard percentage of that yet.
Okay.
We don't have enough history.
Right. He just started in March of '24, so we don't have
Okay.
a full year in yet. And I think we got a little behind last year as far as getting started on getting everything done on a good schedule. He had some problems with getting the equipment up and running.
Okay.
And this wage though, that counts secondary roads and his?
Yes.
That's his total, okay.
Yes. On that second page, the notes, additional information, I just wanted to point out what secondary roads has paid to Midwest Spray Teams and Sales over the last 5 years. So you can see that having a weed commissioner is a savings to the
Right.
county.
Yes.
So again, we're gonna need more chemicals in 2025, and the price of them keeps going up, not down. So when it comes to the budget that was submitted, as far as the revenue side, Cindy and I talked about that a little bit. There is no revenue generated by
Right.
the weed commissioner, so it would be whatever you guys decide to transfer into secondary roads. Do you have any questions?
Don't think so. Just gonna have to look at it a little bit more.
If you want to see any of the paperwork that I have where I come up with those figures, I'd be more than happy to provide them for you.
I think we need to get all of this in the line items though.
Yeah, it's probably not in the book, right?
Yeah, because we need to get everything in here. As far as, I don't think is everything in here though? I mean,
The proposed 10,300 is in there.
okay,
Uh-huh.
okay.
But the transfer does not reflect in there.
Okay, but how about, are we not gonna put in as far as the spray,
And the chemical.
the chemicals, I mean?
That would be covered by the transfer as far as a request for an increase in the transfer to secondary roads is where that would come from.
Okay. We didn't used to pay for it out of,
So in the past, it looks like to me, whenever there was overreach, it was spent out of the line items totaling 10,300, like equipment repair, stationery, which probably isn't real appropriate.
no. I was trying to remember whether we had a line item at one point where we paid for the spray. Probably way back when. Is that secondary road maybe paid for it and then we,
Some of the stuff's done two different ways. Sometimes the bills are submitted to the auditor's office for payment directly to the vendor. There's other times, like last year we ran into, we had exhausted the budget.
right,
And so secondary roads paid for it, and I have that to bill to the auditor's office. But that, again, if that 10,300 is expended, it would come out of the transfers into secondary roads.
okay, but the 10,300 doesn't cover the spray.
No, it does not.
So that's where we would need to budget for the spray.
You could, yes, or you
Yeah.
can increase the transfer.
And I would think that we would need to just budget for the spray, probably.
Okay,
So that it would be coming directly, so that we would have the actual expenditures for the weed commissioner coming out of the weed commissioner's budget. So we probably need to add a line item for that.
And we need to add a line for chemicals in the Department 24.
I think we used to, in years past. Yeah, you might look back and see.
okay.
Because it says inactive accounts are excluded, so I think that we probably, in my recollection, we used to have a line item. We used to take all of the expenditures out of that, like for the vehicles and everything else out of that, so, so that we didn't mix secondary road, and I think they were completely separate.
Okay,
So I think we need to look at that and, you know, keep the weed separate from secondary road.
If you're gonna do that, would I suggest maybe even either do a line account for fuel as well?
Right. Yes, that's what I'm saying, everything for the weed commissioner out of the weed commissioner budget. Yeah,
They have software down at the shop that tracks which vehicle
Right.
it goes into.
yeah, I would say everything should be out of that.
Okay,
So we probably, maybe you need to get, the two of you get together and do that.
okay.
Yeah.
Probably better tracking that way.
Yes, I definitely think
Less
so.
paperwork.
So if you can kind of figure what spray will be and
Okay,
get that in there.
okay.
See if you can find the old line items and enter them in the budget. And
Very good.
that way we'll have them, and then we just don't, if we need to do a transfer, we can, but I think it's just simpler to do it, pay it directly out of the weed commissioner budget.
Okay.
Don't you think that's probably easier?
Yes, and like I said, it'd be less paper.
Yeah.
Tracking.
Right.
Like, especially for budget purposes.
Yep.
So,
Okay,
okay, thank you.
we'll get that fixed. Thanks, Lisa. Okay. Okay,
JD, do you want a microphone to just sit there?
Yeah, it would be easier.
Brian's been online, but he's traveling right now, so.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon. Hold this up a little closer. Good afternoon.
Thank you. Good.
I've been at a conference since Wednesday, so I'm glad that Lisa's here.
She'll keep you in line.
Appreciate her work on the budget with me. What I handed out just now is the expenditure side of the DOT budget, which are the same numbers. The reason I handed it to you is it shows the 12 categories of expenditures that has with less detail than the county budget, which you have in your book. I also have that right on the table here, but it's the 12 categories that I urge the board to focus on when they work with the secondary road budget. It's the admin, the engineering, construction, bridges and culverts, roads, snow and ice, traffic control, road clearing, those kind of things. And I believe that's where the board, that's where I look for direction from the board. We want to highlight this part of the county system or that part of the county system. And the 12 categories are where I like to have the board focus. Now, we have 12 categories, and unlike the other county offices, our road workers move between bridges and culverts and roads and snow and ice clearing and road clearing. And so the salaries and then the FICA and the IPERS and the insurance that come with each category in the county side of the budget or the auditor's form, those, I don't have a certain amount of people assigned to that all year long. And they float, I mean, based on what they're doing is where they charge it to. So it's not a simple thing of math. It's more of a looking at the history of what we've spent in previous years. To check that, we always do the numbers with any increases that are proposed, and then I check it against actual numbers of the employees, what they're making times the 2080, to come up with an aggregate salary cost and compare that to my budgeted salary across the 12. So how would you like to go through this?
And how many employees do you have?
25?
25. Is that counting Lisa and you? 26?
Sure. Including the weed commissioner is 26.
Okay. Okay,
And right now, I'm not looking for anybody else.
okay,
In my mind, we're fully staffed.
okay.
I could use somebody extra in the engineer's office, but I'm not quite ready for that yet.
Okay. Okay. I guess just kind of however you want to run through it, JD. I understand how it is. I think probably Todd does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every week when it comes in, Lisa just separates it according to what job they've been doing. So,
And then you're just taking these 12 categories and then their salary comes out of one of those pockets of money? Or multiple, depending on how many hours they're working in each?
Right.
Okay.
Correct.
Yep. Gotcha.
so then that's how you budget every time.
Yeah, and
Okay, so what are you looking at as far as, okay, basically you've got administration, and administration would include who? Okay,
It's 80% of his budget, or of his salary.
okay,
And then that includes myself as well.
okay. Just the two of you?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So that's fairly simple.
Yes.
Okay. Any questions on that, Todd?
No?
Okay,
and then we move to engineering.
okay. And that includes who?
But let me go back to the.
Okay.
Let me go back to the admin. We did not increase the asking or the proposed
I see.
number is still $280,000.
Okay. Okay. And Lisa, this is 100% for you then?
Yes.
Okay.
So the next big category is engineering,
Okay.
and the technician salary comes out of that.
Okay. And that's Nick at 100%?
Yes.
It's also 20% of JD's.
Okay.
And then if we have anything administrative done to help the technician, like anybody from the shop or the road superintendent's been planning some roads with them, then that would come out of that as well.
The road superintendent, what?
They've been going out and taking the drone, flying the roads for pre-wind turbine
Okay.
conditions,
Okay.
stuff like that.
Okay.
Consultant fees come out of that.
Okay.
Engineering category also. Similar to admin, we did not increase the
That's the same.
request. It's
Okay.
300,000.
Okay.
Moving on to bridges and culverts. The pipe crew, the crew that runs heavy equipment, digging up, replacing pipes, and working on bridges, planks, handrails. When we put a new deck on, that work comes from bridges and culverts.
And that's the same also?
Correct.
Okay.
Roads is one of our biggest categories, understandably so. We have more people that are pull salary from, pull wages from the roads category than anybody else. We have a increase of $80,000, which is 3.8% increase. Rock came up more than $1 a ton. This spring, it'll be that, this spring,
It'll be how much?
more than $1 a ton increase, which will cramp our style with granular resurfacing.
Okay.
Did we, when we used ARPA money for the rock, did we lock in a price before?
Correct, that's fixed.
Okay,
Is that all done?
No,
No, but you're doing it.
well, when they get proper rock in down at the quarry, we'll haul more rock. And
Okay.
We don't haul
but
rock.
it's locked
during-
in the price, so it's not gonna.
Correct.
Okay,
And that doesn't come in, those tons of rock is not in this proposed
oh,
budget,
okay, all right, yep,
because it's different money.
yep.
Now,
Sure.
it'll help, it certainly helps this,
Right,
where rock comes out of this part of this line, the roads category.
okay,
So it went from, no,
So is that what the increase is for rock?
primarily, yes.
Okay.
That's the engineering services, which is where the rock comes from, went from 1,238,500 to 1,280,000, so $40,000 increase. Not a whole lot, but we could manage. Snow and ice control, left it the same as the previous years. We haven't spent much on that. I did talk with KMA today on the return trip from Des Moines about the winter thus far. Reminded everybody that it's still winter time. It might snow this weekend or anytime. Thus far, we've not spent money out of snow and ice, but we've spent money out of road clearing. We're cutting brush. So our guys are still working for the county on roads. They're just not pushing snow.
are we getting ahead then on that, probably, a little bit, since you've had the weather to do it?
Right, you're making good strides and we have a weed commissioner that's falling up behind and spraying stumps with a new chemical mix compared to last time. Hopefully we'll be more efficient
Yeah, that'd be
with
great.
stumps.
Okay.
After snow and ice, we have traffic control. This is our sign man, works out of this line primarily. No changes to that. And no changes in the salary either. Road clearing is the next big category. Went up $10,000. It's a little bit, but last fiscal year ended in June of '24, we spent $395,000 on road clearing, and our $260,000 is not what we're really spending.
What does that entail, like road clearing,
Road clearing, that's mowing,
mowing?
shoulders or mowing slopes, shoulders, and cutting trees. So we use the money we save in snow and ice, we move down to the road clearing, and that's how we make up the difference between what we're spending and what's budgeted.
Okay.
See, the next category has gone up a huge amount.
The next category is new equipment, a large increase in that. I've got a handout for you here.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is our proposal. Now, I'm a realist, I understand, but if I don't ask for it, it certainly won't occur.
Right.
So the first item, this is our proposal for new equipment for the fiscal year '26. The first item, a sign truck, it's already under a purchase order with the manufacturer down in St. Joe. We had to do that last year because they're a year and a half behind. We would anticipate that showing up sometime this calendar year.
So we've already approved that.
Yes,
Got it,
we've
yeah.
already,
Got that.
And that's in this year's budget.
that will be in FY '26 budget.
Oh, that's in the 26 budget, okay.
We've already expended everything in our current
Okay.
budget's new equipment lines.
Okay,
So then, looking at the fleet, and this one out. Due to the
overexpended, I guess.
compliments of the board of supervisors, we have done some investing in our motor grader fleet recently, and that's reflected in the reduced hours on the fleet, as you can see in the bottom line. The total of this is our fleet of motor graders, 8 motor graders. And we went from a high of 84,000 hours from the fleet a couple years ago to 56,000, which is a better number.
Yeah.
We have, in the recent past, we've purchased 3 motor graders, 2 John Deere and 1 Caterpillar. And speaking with the foreman down at the shop, they recommended that I ask for 2 snowplow trucks or 2 tandems. And the tandem and these trucks are very expensive compared to what they used to be. And the vendor, our preferred vendor for truck equipment is a year behind in his bill. So the math, or we've got budgetary numbers for a cabin chassis and the snow equipment with a tandem box, a box, and snow equipment and the cabin chassis, it's $330,000. It used to be $200,000. And that was several years ago, but
Pretty proud of it.
and there's the salesmen are telling us that coming soon, like within the next year or two, there'll be another $10,000 to $20,000 increase in trucks due to emissions, another round of emissions equipment.
I would like to see a list of equipment. We used to have a rotation. I would like to see a list of equipment with the purchase date, the year, each piece of equipment. You know, when we purchased it, the year it is, and just information.
We have
I think we saw something, well, I
we
mean, I
have an
think,
equipment list like,
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
It's a spreadsheet.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say, I think
Yeah,
we can,
yeah. To see what we've got.
they probably always tell you that they're gonna go up if you don't buy one.
Yeah,
Don't they?
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do,
You better buy
yeah.
one now, they're gonna go
Yeah.
up.
Of course.
Famous salesman.
Mm-hmm. It's like if you don't buy it today, it's gonna go up.
Yep.
Yeah,
You better get it today.
so yeah. Yep.
What was the heavy pipe or pickup pipe?
Pipe crew,
Yeah, what is that?
that's that's a pickup, 350 Dodge, we have one of those, like a dually.
Oh, okay.
We'd like to get another one or keep working on our pickup fleet,
That's 40,000?
and that's probably low, but that's what I put in there for a number. To make my proposal of 950,000 a round number. And realistically, new equipment is the easiest thing to cut when the board tells me that I'm spending too many dollars.
What did you put in for salary increases? Did you do 4%?
I put in 4% to,
Yeah, it looked like we're 4.2. Oh, that's,
It's hard to tell because of
because
the,
that's all together.
Yeah.
isn't it?
so I put in 4% on admin, engineering, roads, road clearing, equipment operations. So the other items the other categories like bridges and culverts, the salary was not increased. Snow and ice salary was not increased. Traffic control salary was not increased.
so you didn't increase it for everybody?
I didn't increase the categories.
Okay, but for every employee?
Well, when whatever.
Do they make a
percentage,
different amount if they
No.
different? They get the same hourly rate,
the
right?
same hourly rate.
So
So
what's
you
the-
did it 4% for everybody?
Just kind of move money around in those line accounts.
But I'm just saying for every
Right.
employee, you did 4%.
If we get a wage increase, it will apply to all the employees.
Okay, that's my question.
That's,
Oh, okay.
and it's separate from the salaries that are in the categories.
But 4% for every employee is what you're doing.
That's one of our options. We have another option of 3%.
You have another option.
But yeah, on a separate, can you explain this to him?
You put 4% in the budget proposal that was turned in.
Okay.
We have a spreadsheet in front of us, what the total wages and salaries would be if it was a 3% increase. So we could adjust those if we need to.
Oh, okay.
So whatever wage increase, if any, comes from the board, we'll put it to our wages,
Okay.
and that'll be what really occurs instead of what was in the budget.
Okay.
So moving along from new equipment to equipment operation, we kept that the same as current year, $1,260,000. And then tools, materials, and supplies is small item, $15,000, same as before. Real estate and buildings, another smaller item, same as before, 5,000, 10,000, excuse me. And finally, roadway construction for $100,000, same as current year.
Does your fuel then come out of that equipment operations?
Yes,
So if you said like the weed commissioner truck could go down fuel, but they would get fuel out of a different pot of money? Is that right? So it wouldn't get it out of this. This is just for this isn't for all the vehicles, the county vehicles,
Yes, I mean, all of the secondary road vehicles.
secondary road vehicles, okay.
jump back to the weed commissioner budget just a little bit. In the past, we've spent money from whatever there was in the weed commissioner budget, and what else was needed, secondary road took charge of. Or we absorbed the cost because it's to our benefit, it's part of the road system. So I applaud the efforts to put more money in the weed commissioner, but if the weed commissioner should not be fully funded, secondary roads will take care of it.
Okay,
No, I appreciate you not taking advantage of that. But we won't let the weed commissioner guy dangle out there.
okay, we appreciate that.
Yes, I mean, it's, his work benefits us.
Right.
Right, exactly,
He's part of us.
exactly. We appreciate that.
Questions on the expenditure side?
We'll work on the equipment.
Okay. We'll send you the spreadsheet and
Okay.
answer your questions.
Sounds good.
If you don't have questions about expenditures, let's talk about the revenues for a little bit.
Okay.
Like I do every year, I've requested the max transfer allowable by code to secondary roads, $3.38 per thousand, rural basic. Historically, Page County
It does not give the max.
does not levy max for roads,
Right,
but if I don't ask, it surely won't happen.
I know,
So
and it probably won't again.
whatever the board chooses will adjust revenues and expenditures also accordingly. And I'll bring that back. I'll bring that revised numbers back to the board.
So the road use tax is gonna go up or just in Page County? You're
Road
anticipating
use,
it?
according to the state, the road use taxes are gonna climb 6%,
Good,
about
welcome.
$210,000.
Didn't get a ticket. Good deal. We'll take it.
The TJ funds and the Time 21 funds and all those other funds are the same as previous years. Time 21 money went down $1,000.
How come we don't have anything recorded in the Time 21 funds for the last couple of years?
It all comes in together, and then we only separate it out it comes into the treasurer as one check.
Oh, okay.
We only separate it out at the end. So I don't know why.
It comes in as, into what? As road use taxes?
It comes as road use tax to the treasurer, but it's not split into road use tax and Time 21.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Just one number.
Okay,
You have to go look at the road use, there's a spreadsheet that shows Time 21 money every
Okay.
month. But it comes in as one chunk.
gotcha, okay. Okay,
You find that out and we use that in the annual report. Or we go look the number up in the annual report.
okay, as long as we get it, that's good. Whoa, secondary road material. This year we came in big time. You want to re-estimate that, Lisa? On page 3, top of the page. Evidently
55.
sold some, maybe?
That would be the emulsion that we sell to other counties.
Okay.
Yes.
So we maybe want to reestimate that line item?
Yes, it'll be more than that.
Okay.
We actually have more entities coming to get it from us.
Okay, so you want to change that to,
50,000? Or do you think 50,000?
we've got,
Like I said, we've got more entities coming.
we've gotten 55, so what do you
55 this
want to
year.
raise it higher than that?
Page 3. To 50,000. Trying to think, we picked up, so the Sydney DOT office is getting it from us now, which they had not in the past.
Okay,
And then Mills County, I don't know if that'll continue or not, but Mills County came down, and got some tankers full from us.
have they paid for it yet? Okay, so we'll raise it to at least 55 then?
I think so.
Okay, change that 25 to 55? Or
Historically,
that 20,
20 to 55?
20 to 55?
previous years haven't quite that much.
Yeah, but at least change it this year, so we'll show an accurate reading of what the fund balance is gonna be. I would say. That one, we don't need to change the others, but I'd say that one we change. We could also change the miscellaneous reimbursements to
We don't-
25.
It's not showing anything for the tax refunds. State sales.
That would be, would
Is-
file
is that-
our road use tax, or excuse me, the sales tax on our fuel.
Okay.
We file for that refund, that just hasn't been done yet.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I'd change the miscellaneous reimbursements to 25, since we've already gotten that in. From the 10,000 to 25. You see that line item, Kristen?
Which one?
The 84720, middle of the page.
To 20, to 20.
To 25. It just accurately reflects the fund balance when you get ready to do it. I mean, the money stays in the secondary road fund, but it just shows a better fund balance.
Okay.
Then we haven't done the operating transfers yet, so. And then we'll look at the possible operating transfer. And I'm sure it'll be reduced like it always is. Sorry, JD. I can't remember what the percentage is, but it'll probably be reduced to that.
Local minimum leverage is 75%.
Yeah,
So if it's not funded, if it's funded below that, the state takes away.
right, it's gotta be the minimum, so yeah.
And then last legislative year with House File 718, there was a little quirk in the mix about allowing growth.
And I'm not up on that, so we'll have to read up on that. So we'll have to make sure that we get it all right. So, okay. You have any other questions for us? Or do we have any questions? Brian, you can catch up. The main thing that has increased is in his request for new equipment.
Is there a schedule, or do you have a tentative schedule in mind for disposal of the old engineer mill?
Not yet, but we'll work on it.
So should we plan for a parking lot at the new place?
Not yet, but we'll work on it.
You know, if we would make strides toward getting rid of that, perhaps we could help use that to fund the parking lot.
And I don't know that we'll look for a big parking lot, maybe some gravel in there.
Yeah, well, there was some
something.
concerns, right, on the.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
we
so I
had
don't know
brought
that,
To us, so I think we'll have to revisit that and
Right.
talk about it before.
Yeah.
We've got some proposals here that I'll talk about.
It's different than the original one.
Oh,
Okay.
all right. I just know when we first talked about it, we were
Yeah.
coming in from the west.
so what are you have something to give us for a proposal, or?
Not yet, we've got a
Okay.
tentative concept,
Okay,
my technician worked it out.
okay. I don't think we're
Could be more
gonna,
going south towards Washington, pulling it off Washington,
okay,
and having some parking spaces next to the front door.
okay. So that they come in that south door.
And sidewalk from the street to the south door.
Presently, there's no sidewalk that goes from our front door to the public sidewalk.
Yeah, I think they took that out when they took the church down. Yeah. So we can look at that. We have another question for you. The Shenandoah building, yesterday we had the VA come in and they asked a question about, they need some gravel in the parking lot over there. Is it possible, do we need to hire a private contractor, or can Secondary Road take some gravel over there and we pay you for that? Or what's the proper procedure?
Does the VA,
The VA building, it's our building.
does it have any funds for load rock?
We can put some in the budget, but we need to know how much.
I can give you a number, will one truckload be sufficient?
Probably.
I need to go see, I need to go.
Yeah, why don't you
Anyway.
Yeah,
Different matter.
if you go look at it, can you get us an estimate, maybe?
So that we can put it in the budget real quick?
Yep.
Yeah,
A week is long.
okay. And then just, we'll pay, okay, then we'll just put it in the budget and, yeah, pay for it.
Does she have somebody that can spread it?
What?
Does she have somebody that can? spread
Probably
it?
not.
Probably not, no.
Gibson's still on
Ron is. Visit with him? Okay. Okay, sounds good. And get back to us as soon as possible so we can get it in the budget. As far as a fee, an amount. So we'll know how much. What's one load cost?
$225? I should have known that. That's what our square footage is at work, is 15 foot by 15 foot.
budget purposes. That's close enough for budget purposes.
How much is that?
What, 225? 250?
225, so is that 225 a ton? Or
No, that's
one truckload? 225 bucks.
Maybe have to do it another time of year. Maybe in the spring too. No,
Well,
that is the spring.
You'd wait
That
till.
is the spring.
Yeah, I mean, you'd wait till
Yeah.
probably after winter's over, but.
Right. Okay. Okay. If you want to talk to Ron, that'd be great. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Guess that's it.
Next board meeting, Monday or Tuesday.
Tuesday morning at 9. We did the canvas. And then we'll have a board meeting.
The agenda items are due Monday, June then?
No, they'd have to be before that. They'd
It'd
have to be,
before 9
yeah,
on Monday.
so like today.
Yeah.
8 o'clock Monday. I know it's, yeah, okay.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
JD.
Thank you, okay. All right. Okay. Have a good weekend.
Should we snow?
Thanks. I'm staying in. What'd you say?
How are you?
What number is it?
Good.
22. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Welcome, Michelle. Hello. We will work on conservation next.
And I don't know if you guys want, I actually printed out some copies because I noticed that, and I don't know if that's part of, like I said, I'm new, don't know what I'm doing here, but I had some verbiage that I wanted to change.
Okay.
And it wasn't on,
And I can fix that.
okay, because it was on the original, and I didn't know if you wanted to see it tonight, or does it
Sure.
not matter for tonight?
If you've got copies for us, that's
I
fine.
do, yeah. It'd be easier than just trying to,
Explain it.
yeah,
Sure.
it's not a lot of them.
That's fine.
It's only a few, but it's just
That's
probably
okay.
easier for you to see them.
Okay.
And you'll just have to kind of guide me through this process.
That's
'cause I
fine. Well, we'll just
have not done this.
start at the beginning.
Okay.
So I see you plugged in 5%, and we didn't give you any guidance, so we'll see where we go. We haven't made a decision yet, so
Yep.
anyway. So we'll just kind of pass that one up over right now until we get to the other help. And if you want to explain that one, and tell us what you've put in there for your other help.
So I want to narrow it down to just one line item now. All I did was I just added those two together, and doing my math for this year, I want to give my guys a little more money. They were getting paid pretty little.
Okay.
It's only, they're gonna go from varying from $12.75 to $13.50 up to $15 for everyone. Except for my cleaning gal, she would come up to 14.
Okay.
And the way I did the math is it all came out to 83,000, and it was only an extra $2,000, I believe, to make up for that, so I could give them a raise.
Okay.
They do really hard work for me, and I feel like they deserve that.
Okay, and how many do you have?
I'm hoping to have 6. I
Okay.
only have 3 right now.
Okay,
Or 4, sorry. I'm hoping to hire 2 more this
Okay.
spring. So even though it looks like a crazy amount, like extra, it's just because I took those 2 line items. I'm not planning on hiring anybody in the winter anymore. I'm so busy doing my stuff, it's really hard for me to think about taking care of another person, so.
okay, so you put these 2 line items together.
Yes.
Okay. 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 Okay, let's go on to the second page, I guess. Okay, you took down the conservation board mileage.
Yeah, I don't feel like they've ever came close to that 1,400, so.
Okay.
We have one board member, well, two board members that they have to drive pretty far, so they do get kind of substantial, but I assume 1,200 is going to cover it for the year,
Okay.
depending on who our new board member will be. So I kind of left it a little padded just in case that person is driving far.
Sorry about that. Oh, we do have the conservation board appointment on it. You got it on there too. Okay. Okay. Will you be here on Tuesday for that, Michelle? Because we do have the conservation. Do we have applications?
I think three.
Has Michelle seen those?
Have you seen any of them? Any knowledge to you?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Can I see them too? Or,
Yeah.
you
I
emailed
think I
them to?
just need to send it to all.
You need
Oh,
to
okay.
send them to
Yeah.
all of us,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can make,
Okay.
I've got one meeting that day, but I can just.
Oh,
Okay, sounds good.
okay, fine, thank you.
Okay, and then office supplies. You took that up a little bit.
The only reason why I did that is because I took it out of another line item.
Okay.
I feel like, I can't remember which line item it was now, I did that so long ago.
That's okay.
But yeah, it's basically combining two line items again, where it was only a $500 line item, so I just threw it in office supplies because we can always use office supplies.
Okay. Okay, and then the next one, you've got full-time employee.
Yeah, and this is just one that I changed verbiage. I didn't change the amounts whatsoever because we're perfectly happy with the amounts. But it still says R. Wallace, and that's two
Right,
directors.
we need to
ago.
change that.
So, yeah. If we can just make it a little more generic so that, coming in, I mean, Charlie's not gonna be here forever, and
Right.
then we'd have to change her name, and,
Yep. Okay, and then you change the next one to director.
yeah, just
Okay.
leave it generic.
Okay. And amounts. Okay, and then you don't have any postage, you don't have anything that you mail, so you don't need any postage?
No, it's not enough anymore, and we've got stamps upon stamps from prior
Okay.
things, but we just don't have a lot that we mail
Okay.
anymore.
Okay. Now, the next one is pretty much generic, so we probably won't change that one where it says telephone and telegraph. That's a standard one with,
We use it for all the.
for everything. So
And that's
it
fine,
won't
this
say
was
internet.
just, yeah, whatever you
won't.
guys have to do,
That one was set up by the state, so
Okay.
it's just a normal one, so
not a
yeah.
problem.
I
Yeah.
actually questioned that one too.
Yeah, it's been there forever, so I think that's.
Just thought it was kind of fun.
Yeah, so you took that one down $100, okay. And the other ones are the same there?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's, okay, so you took that, administration down 20,000, a little bit over. Okay, then we go on to maintenance and operations. And you've taken fuels down a little bit.
Yeah, I just feel like they have not came close to that yet, so we're gonna try, because we're switching mowers from diesel to gas, so there might be a little fluctuation in that. I'll know better next year.
Okay. Okay, the next one is a big jump.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So this one, I am asking again for an additional $42,000 in this line item so that I can get me a proper law enforcement vehicle.
Okay,
I was hired here as a certified peace officer, and I need a reliable vehicle to perform my duties within the Page County Parks. This vehicle also needs to be equipped with efficient gear and to be able to perform law enforcement duties. I believe I should be on a similar system to the Sheriff's Department where they begin looking for a new vehicle after they've hit around the 100,000 mile mark. Each of my vehicles that I have right now that even could be considered for law enforcement are over 140,000 miles on them. They're starting to get to that point that I'm gonna have to start going to the shop. I believe that I deserve a dependable vehicle to perform all of my essential duties that they have put upon me. And I'm on call 24/7, 365. If I get a call, I think I should have a reliable enough vehicle that I can hop in and get to that call every time that I have to go.
Sure.
So I'm asking for extra money in order for me to get a law enforcement vehicle that's suitable for my job.
Comments? Anybody?
Do you, so I know like and don't take this the wrong way, but I know the sheriff's office is wanting to go to Durango's. They're wanting to switch out their fleet or something. If they had pickups available that they were no longer going to use,
So I've
Or
already
do you-
been in conversations with Charles.
Yeah.
The only one that they have that he would even think about giving me is going to have 100,000 miles on it.
Okay.
He wouldn't even give me the other ones because he said he would not put me in a situation where I have a vehicle with over 140,000 miles on it, so.
okay. I was just gonna ask.
Yeah, we've talked about it, and I just feel like 100,000, yeah, it'll last for another 30,000 miles or so, and then you're right back to square one, taking
Okay.
it to a shop and spending a bunch of money on it again.
Is REAP funding, can that be used for a vehicle? No, okay,
No,
Good
equipment,
question, yeah.
yeah, not a truck.
but not a truck, okay.
Unfortunately.
What kind of equipment do you have to have in your vehicle?
The lights, the siren, I've got the radio already, so we'll be able to switch that over, but I have to pay somebody to be able to do that, because I can't do that myself. And then eventually I'll want radar and then a computer to have knock on it. Because I'm a fully certified peace officer. I went to the exact same academy that the sheriff's department did. I got the exact same law enforcement that they do. I can do everything they can.
And that's one of the reasons you were hired.
Yes, so that they did not have to spend that money
Yes.
because it was expensive.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Yes.
yep. Okay,
And then that is one of those two that I took, there was like 2 or 3 line items and I just threw them all together. Because again, we've got a lot of line items in here that I feel like
Exactly.
are kind of repetitive.
okay. Okay, we go to page 4. Nottaway Valley Park. You've increased that from 5,000 to 14,000?
So, this is another one of the situations that I think is kind of redundant. I've already talked to my board that if they ever want a line by line item of the electricity that's going on at each park, I can provide it. I feel like we're just stacking these pages for some reason, so I just put it all into one line item and
Okay.
it'll just be electricity. It
Okay.
will no longer be each park.
Okay,
And they agreed with me that that would make the most sense, so.
okay.
Same with water.
So
It'll be
you
the
took
same
all
thing.
the electricity and put it in one?
Yes.
And the water, okay,
So we would just get rid of the word Nottaway Park and it would just be electricity.
gotcha. And water the same way?
Water
Okay.
is the same way, and I did not change those numbers at all.
Okay. So that takes us to page 5. Okay. All right, maintenance, equipment, and repairs went from 15 to 57,000.
Yes, same thing. So you will see, you will not see this until the next page. The next page has absolutely nothing on it because I took what they called permanent landscaping and put it into my construction. I want it to be called operation and construction so that I can use that if I need signs at the park. If I need to build a shelter, I can get my lumber out of that. I can get basically anything I could ever need for these parks. And I've only been here for 6 months and I've already had, oh crap, I don't have money for this because it's not in a Nottaway Parks line item. You know what I'm saying? So if we have a whoops and I need 10 grand all of a sudden, I can just pull it out of that line item.
Sure, that makes sense.
Yes,
You can use it when you need it.
yes. It'll be a little
Yep.
more functional.
Yeah, it's more flexible to all the
Yes.
parks instead of just,
Yes.
yeah, that makes sense.
And it makes budgeting much less
Much easier.
complicated.
Yes.
But you'll still keep track of each park, what it costs and all
Yep,
that.
yep, and anything that's been done in that park, and yeah, we can do that on Excel spreadsheets at the office, so anytime anybody wants anything, they just gotta ask for it.
It makes
Insurance
perfect
went up a
sense.
little.
What'd you say?
Insured real estate or the real estate property insurance went up.
This is just me covering our butts for next year, because we don't know, and she says, I talked to Charlie about this, and she says that they've never had enough. It's always been a negative line item, because they can never predict enough. So I figured another $2,000 at it, throw it at it, hopefully that'll cover us, and we won't have that negative line item again.
Do you have enough insurance for auto? Because that's gonna change if you get a newer vehicle too.
Yeah, I suppose, I did not think about that.
Some of you got 2 vehicles now, you said?
I have 7.
7.
Yeah. 3 of them, well, 2 of them are 3/4 tons and one's a little tiny Jeep, so that's, yeah. The other 3 trucks and 2 of them are, one of them has 269,000 miles on it. That's how old it is. It was one of their first patrol trucks, so that just shows you a little bit on the age of my vehicles.
They're all pretty old,
Yeah, yeah,
just haven't been kept up to date.
yes.
Any of those go away, or are you just gonna, will you keep them on?
They're
the
still
road?
running. As long as they're running, my boys are gonna use them. And they, for some reason, they like the older truck. So I'm not gonna get rid of them until they quit on me.
It's not gonna be worth much on trade-in.
Nope, sure isn't. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So are there any grants or anything out there, Michelle? I know you're looking at grants, but
And I
anything
am.
for vehicles or?
I'm gonna talk to Charles about that one too, because he's looking farther into it than I am, because I don't, this grant thing, I'm trying to figure it out. I've got some contacts I need to talk to. I know that somebody said Clarinda Foundation has
Oh,
done
right,
things
yeah.
before to help, but that's not open till April, so I don't know yet. And I'm really.
And it would be a
glad-
fairly small one, but at least, you know,
Yeah.
a little bit would help.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'd love to, if I could find a grant, I sure would go for it.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure where we go with this. I'm trying to think, what are the operating transfers for?
So that's just our reserve.
Is that the reserve?
Yep,
Okay,
yep, and I didn't change it.
Okay.
Left it the same that it's always been. I think Charlie says they've been getting that for a lot of years
okay.
now.
And that's just basically anything, a little bit that's been put back.
Yeah, it's just basically a savings account for us.
Okay. So you've made sure that you've covered everything as far as the auto insurance, but maybe you need to add a little bit more if you're gonna get a new vehicle, but we need to talk about that a little bit, I guess.
And I added 2,000 to it. I guess I don't know how much
Okay.
more it would jump. You never know.
Yeah, depends on how new it is and.
Yeah. Well, there was 5,000 down here for motor vehicle. Let's see, that's not insurance though, okay.
Yeah, that was their motor vehicle purchasing line item.
Oh, okay,
They only had $5,000 in it.
okay.
That's, that was one of those that I combined with
Combined
the
it.
first
Yep.
operation.
Yep. I don't know, what do y'all think about a vehicle?
This definitely needs a vehicle, so.
Yep. And Michelle, I didn't, maintenance equipment and repairs, the 57,000, that was just an addition of all of the maintenance equipment?
Yes.
Okay, so that's not adding anything, right?
No.
Okay.
No, that
Okay.
is just,
Okay, that's adding everything together.
yes. That's, so basically all of page 6, except for the reserve funds. And where else?
I didn't take the time to add them, so yeah. Okay. That's fine, just so we got it. Okay.
Yeah, and I'd love to say I could spare some, but I've already applied for a grant for that shower building at Pioneer.
Right.
And if I need, it's gonna be pretty expensive, and if I need money, I need to be able to pull it out of that one. And my reserve, that was my plan. Because then we wanna build another bathroom up at Nodaway, because they have nothing for winter time right now. So it's gonna be a pit toilet, it's a heck of a lot cheaper than the one at Pioneer, but it's still 26,000 just for the building. Yeah, my money's pretty tied up this year.
Get people staying not away in the winter?
No, I have a lot of hikers.
Done.
Tons of people
Good.
come out there hike, they come out there at lunchtime and take their lunch break. I've had problems with them using my roads for the bathroom, so they need a bathroom.
Oh, great.
like now. Yeah, because that one, there's a pit toilet up there right now, but it's gonna get demolished because the bricks are falling in. It had caution tape around it when I got here, so I have no idea how long that's been ongoing, but it's falling apart.
And I appreciate you contacting Finch's too, to tell them why the
Yes.
trails were closed.
Yep,
They appreciated that,
yep,
so.
yep.
So basically, the only increase is for the truck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like health insurance and stuff, just because John did not have health or dental, so everything kind of doubled in that
Yeah.
spot, but that's not $42,000, so it's not noticeable.
You're picking up a lot of slack, that things don't work good for 5 years, so. If things had
Doing a
been,
good job.
if things had been kept up for the last 5 years, you wouldn't be in this position.
Yeah.
And that's really, really sad. So,
They picked the right one now, because I'm gonna work my butt off.
well, that's what I've actually heard. I have heard that you have been, yes,
Yeah.
working a lot. Somebody said to me, that girl, she's out there doing it all by herself.
Yep,
So,
that's just what you do and it works.
yeah. So, anyway,
Okay.
any thoughts?
No? The revenues on, do the park fees go up or anything? Or are they staying the same?
They're
pretty
staying the
much?
same as of
Okay.
right now, until we can offer something, a little bit better. I mean,
Right, okay,
I just can't see bringing it up on these guys.
Yeah.
I left it how it was just because I haven't seen a full year. I predict Nottaway, hopefully, after getting the road done, that'll jump a little bit.
yeah,
Hoping, once word gets out that that's happening, so,
Will that be done in the spring,
yep.
first thing?
We should be the first on the list for those
Okay.
guys, so.
good,
Okay.
nice.
Yep.
So the revenues are just the same? Okay,
Yeah, I just left them the same,
Yeah.
'cause
okay.
So, fuel tax refund, you guys use WEX now, right?
we have Rex and then we have, Fastenal. I don't, that's just what Charlie told me to put it, I don't,
Okay.
yeah, I have no idea. You can teach me though.
I'm getting ready to use channel.
Is that something we just don't see anymore? Is that what you're?
Well, see, WEX takes the tax off for you already.
Oh, okay.
So there isn't any fuel tax refund that comes? Okay,
You use the WEX.
okay.
Good to know. Okay.
We still get some, because some places, some of the departments use Casey's or whatever, but
Because we used to have to
Sheriff-
file for it, yeah,
sheriff and conservation does have the WEX.
okay.
Yes.
That's good, you don't have to file for it every month then.
Well, we still
Or,
do
oh, you still
for
do?
some of the other
Yeah.
departments, so.
Okay.
Is Fastenal though?
I'll have to look that up.
Okay.
You want to think about the vehicle?
Yeah, and I was wondering if you could get, well, I mean, I think you probably need one, but I would like to get a more realistic quote, because I'm worried that's low.
Okay, so I actually gave you guys this back when we were doing this in ARPA.
Okay.
And I can bring it back again, if you want on Tuesday, I can bring a copy.
Yeah.
There is a heck of a deal in Red Oak right now.
Okay.
It's a 2023, but it's brand new, never been used, and it's only $37,000.
Okay,
And what is it?
It's the same as the vehicles that they get here.
And then you just-
Well, the Dodges that they used to get, the trucks.
and then
It's already
you have to
equipped.
get it outfitted?
Yep, so I have to do like the lights and things, but it is a special service truck, so it's got the better suspension, it's got the bigger motor, it's got all that jazz that comes with a special service truck. I just have to, it'll be bare, it won't have lights, it won't have anything, and I unfortunately don't have any. And I don't know if that's something that the sheriff's office can help with too, I don't know.
Sometimes they have extra sets or
Yep.
something, maybe. You might ask Charles.
But it's 37,000?
Yes.
That's a pretty good deal
Yeah.
for,
And that's the one reason why I did for, if we wanna stay with the 37, I can probably figure out how to get the lights and things. That's the only reason why I did the 42 is to kinda help me with equipment.
Yeah.
Because, it's.
well, yeah, 'cause
incredibly
you don't
expensive.
have a computer now, do you? In your
No,
truck, or
and that'll
so-
take a while because you're talking $10,000 just
Oh,
for,
okay,
just for
yeah.
that, yeah, it's very expensive. That's why I'm not asking for the whole world this year,
Just
just
get
to.
the vehicle and then we'll
Yep, just to
worry.
get me into this season so people know I'm out there watching again.
Yep. Okay,
Yeah,
What if we could
Yeah.
even amend, we could find the money now and amend the budget? We could do it now.
Oh, this year,
Hmm?
this fiscal?
Well, if she's got it right now,
She's gonna need it now.
yeah. If they've got it right now and they don't sell it,
yeah, I mean, it's been sitting there for 2 years. that's why I didn't know if we did go with that, if there was some way that, yeah, we can do something so that I can secure it this year. Or this before season for sure, so I can have it equipped by the time that my campgrounds open back up. I didn't know how that process worked, if we can do anything with that. But that would be,
Why don't you talk to Charles and see if he has any lights and anything that can help you out, and
yeah, I can do that.
we can look at it, and see if we can find the money.
And out of his budget, I know I can take some out. There's that motor vehicle line you saw that just said motor vehicle, and we haven't touched it yet.
Okay,
I need to
What was
take
that,
a couple
5,000?
trucks to the shop, but it's gonna be kind of expensive to do what I need to do to those vehicles. But we're still talking probably 3,000 left after that, so it's better than nothing. I mean, it might give me at least my lights and sirens to get me started.
yeah,
Because like I said, I've got the radio and all that stuff, the center console holder and all that. I can take it out of the old Chevy.
okay.
So really, you should be pretty good. You have 5,000 extra there. And Charles, I think, said it costs 3,000 to outfit them,
Yeah.
because it's 35,
Yeah.
and 35 and 38 outfitted. Or 50, sorry, 58, 56, 58.
Might be able to pay for it out of yours, and then if it comes to the end of the year and we need to amend, we need to come up with some extra money, we could do that.
So do I just ask to be on the agenda to amend? I don't know this
Well,
process.
when it comes closer to the end of the year,
You're talking fiscal year, right? July?
yeah, the end of
Or June.
the end of May,
May.
we can see where you're sitting.
Is she gonna need to do it right away, though?
Let me let's finish working on the budget, but see if it's still there, and talk to Charles, and let's talk about it next week. But check, make sure that,
You
tell
might-
him you're really interested.
Might give them a call.
Yeah, give him a call, make
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I talked to her before and I think they really want to get rid of it.
As long as it's
so
brand
they
new.
might even pull
Get him down a little bit more.
That's what I'll take.
Okay,
Because now it's been sitting there 2 years instead of
Yeah.
1, so,
get him down.
yep, I'll try.
Tell him $30,000 and we'll,
Okay.
yeah,
I'm a haggler. I can do
get
it.
him down a little bit more. Okay,
We'll give it a
okay.
shot. If you
All
guys
right.
are willing to think about it, I absolutely
Yeah,
will try.
I think that sounds like a deal, so, yeah, okay.
Okay.
All right, Michelle, sounds good. Okay,
Okay.
Keep up the good work.
That's what I
Yes.
was gonna say, yep.
Appreciate it.
sounds, I'm hearing really good things, so yeah. Just don't burn yourself out.
Yeah, don't do that.
You've only been there,
I know.
don't let the horse be.
No, no. I like to see change, so it's hard for me to sit and wait. I want to get it all done and
No,
make the parks look nice for everybody, so.
that's good. And I know they appreciate it, so,
Oh, yeah. Yep.
yeah. And I know there's lots of people out there that utilize them, so,
Yeah, it's pretty amazing when you sit up there and you work for 8 hours up at a park and you realize how much
Yeah, I mean,
traffic actually comes through.
Yeah.
Yep.
I haven't driven through Nottaway for a long time because I don't want to drive
I was
up on
gonna
the
say, I would
road.
just wait a couple
I
more
don't wanna-
months, then
I don't wanna
I'll
drive
call
up
you
that
when
road.
it's ready. How about that?
I don't want to take my vehicle up that
I wouldn't
road.
either.
So,
I hate
yeah.
going up there, but-
Yep, so anyway, okay.
Yep.
All right, well, thanks for coming in, we
Thank you
appreciate it.
very much.
Okay,
I will come in on Tuesday.
okay,
Okay.
just let us know.
All right, thank you guys.
Okay. Have a good night, have a good weekend.
Yes.
Okay.
Did we need to go over the REAP?
Huh?
The REAP?
Oh, we didn't do REAP. No, we didn't do REAP. I forgot about REAP.
I did too.
Okay, REAP, what number is REAP? I've forgotten.
40.
Yes, 40, I got it.
So what all does REAP take in?
Oh, REAP is an extra fund that can only be used for certain things.
Yeah, it's so like, I can get equipment with it. That's what we're kind of building that up for, is for the skid loader, someday, because they will pay for that. You can use it for things that aid in conservation. Like, we have been pulling our new mowers out of that because we mow the parks, that aids in the people coming to our parks. It's complicated, but it's a great thing. It's only for us, nobody can touch it. It's really good money most of the time. It fluctuates every year. It's not always that 9,000. They've gotten 11,000 before. They've had years where they didn't get anything. It just depends. But I didn't change anything on this. So it's all the exact same that he had last year.
Okay, so we'll just leave it in there and let you hang on to it until you get enough to buy that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds good.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Okay.
Maybe someday.
Sounds good.
Then I wouldn't have to work so hard.
There you go.
No, I'm only gonna be done for so long. I'm not gonna be able to do that for that long. Gonna have to sit in a nice air-conditioned skid loader doing my hand right now.
All righty, well, very good.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we're good?
We're good now.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks for keeping us on track. Okay. Sorry, guys, I just keep coughing.
Go down the wrong pipe? Or just-
Huh?
just Go down the wrong pipe?
No,
or
I
you
just keep coughing. Okay, board budget.
Board.
Board budget,
Number
and
one.
I just kinda left everything pretty much the same. I left our salaries the same. I didn't know what you wanted to do with those.
No, that sounds good. Just freeze it.
I didn't know whether you wanted to go down more or leave it the same or what. So, last year we took it down 5, the year before we took it down 5.
3. I think we took 3, didn't we?
5,
5 last year.
Took
yeah.
five.
Last year, 5.
Yeah.
Year before, 3.
it 3? Okay.
Yep, 3%.
Okay, 5 last year. So anyway. Huh?
Todd's right.
5 last year, huh?
Todd is correct.
Okay, thank you.
Write that down somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
Put that in the
5
minutes,
last
please, in the big.
5 last year, yes, okay. So, if you wanna freeze it, okay. And I took out the administrative assistant. I took official publications down, 2,500. I took,
Official, public, and legal, is that?
yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I took mileage down for me, 600, because I don't charge mileage. I took, that's it, I guess.
So what do we do, allotting mailing, do we, 10,000?
The 10,000 is for paying that, the mailing that we do for the budget thing. That's what was put in there last year. I don't think it,
Doesn't
We
look like,
haven't-
yeah,
we didn't, I don't think we paid it out of here last year, but I think we're gonna pay it out of here this year. And I think it was probably around 5,000, but we're not sure, so yeah. So we may have to do more mailings, who knows? But we'll put that in there, just in case, that's the unfunded mandate.
okay.
Yep. So that covers us. So we're down 16,000, if that's okay with you guys.
Yep, looks good.
Okay,
Nice work.
so then we'll go to Corey.
Corey.
Can't hear me. I just figured everything on 3.5%. And the only two that I changed was software and hardware, which has went up 7%. Solutions, softwares went up 7%, and then Adobe and Microsoft and all our zillion licenses have all went up.
They're all going up 7%.
Everything's gone up.
Okay. Can't do anything about that.
Hardware, everything goes up, but I do get the best. I go through Solutions for a lot of our hardware, just because they buy in bulk.
I'm talking to the microphone.
Oh, I go through Solutions for a lot of our hardware, just because they have warehouses they pull out of. If it's just one or two computers, I compete and see if I can get, but most of the time, they still get the best price, just because they get discounts. But I'll compare, I'll get a quote from them, and then I'll see what I can do and take the best.
So you shop around and get the best.
Shop around, yes.
Yep.
So those are the two that I raised as far as.
And we'd be up a creek if we didn't have them,
Yeah,
because that's what our lives are lived around, is
yeah.
the computer. We couldn't operate if we didn't have
And
them.
our IDS system, it's it's cybersecurity, all that's fully funded through grants through CISA, and that got approved again for this year.
Oh, okay.
And I thought I'd have an MOU today for you to sign, but they hadn't. They thought they'd get it to me this week, but they didn't. We just signed that MOU. They took care of all the granting and for all Iowa counties, but it did get approved for, and then that's huge.
That's good.
It's huge, yeah.
Okay.
We keep worrying about the day that they say the grant didn't go through, but so far, every year it's been going through, so that equipment's fully funded.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So we appreciate everything you do, because you would work with elections, you work with all of our departments and everything.
Elections, yeah, are huge, but
And I think we'd all be in a pickle if you weren't here to do the Zoom and everything.
yeah.
Keep everybody informed.
And I'll have a little bit more conferences this year because we don't have Thursday night meetings, and I just didn't go to some of them because Thursday nights, and I'll attend more, and those honestly are critical to go to.
Okay.
They just are. And some of it, if you don't go, it's state required stuff that you actually do at the conference. And if you don't, you
lose out.
You're in trouble. You're lose
Yeah.
out. Then you're scrambling to do it on your own.
Is that stipend on here, or is that somewhere else?
That safety thing.
I don't know.
That's not added.
I don't know where it is.
I don't know. Comes out.
We don't have 99
Oh,
yet.
okay, yep, no, okay.
Yeah.
No, I was just wondering.
Yeah.
So you need to go to those conferences, Corey, yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. for everything.
And
Because I know we had the federal people come to our state supervisor meeting last year. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And they talked about the different things. So,
Yeah, and there's, some of them been 2-day, and they help you with all the paperwork that's required by the state, and it's
Yeah.
just, I've had other counties call me that didn't make it, and what do? I said, you're gonna have to get on the phone, because people come in from out of state to help,
Yeah,
and you wanna be there. Yeah.
okay.
But yeah, so, I don't think I have anything else. Any questions?
I don't have any questions. I know how important solutions is.
Yeah, and some of our,
Is that a monthly fee then we pay? Solutions, or
no, it's a
that-
yearly.
An
yearly, an annual fee?
An annual
And-
fee.
And our, like our Microsoft licenses, that's all changed this year. It's more expensive. We've had to go to the premium license from, you don't just buy it and put it on your computer and it's good, and you're in a subscription, and all that had to change this year, and that's one way we saw it.
They want to charge you monthly now, don't they?
Yes,
Yeah.
and
Instead of you buy a license and that's it. Yeah.
And Solutions is what is our website, right?
Solutions does our website, Solutions does all of our auditor, treasurer,
All the s-
recorder,
yeah, all the s- All
engineer,
the software for every office.
everything, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Assessor, yep. They do all of them.
Yeah,
And they tie them, everything ties together.
Yeah, Lisa uses it.
Lisa,
uses it.
Lisa uses
Yeah.
it, the engineer's office, yeah, does all of our payroll, accounts payable, real estate, everything. Everything ties together.
yeah.
Yep. We started on Solutions when, actually it was Computech in 1986. We flew originally to Clay County and looked at it. And I'm trying to think, started in another county. Anyway, we went around the state and looked at different systems, and in
You flew?
1980s.
Like, got in a plane and
We
flew to
actually
Clay
flew in
County?
a small plane and went to Clay County, Spencer. Yeah, we did.
That probably cost some money.
No, it was very cheap, actually.
Do you know a guy that had a plane?
But it was cheaper to do that than to drive up.
To
We went up
drive?
and came back in the same day and looked at it. And then Greg and Monica Davis bought Computech and named it Solutions. And we were the first county in the state to do that. And then eventually Fremont, Mills, Cass, Montgomery, all of the surrounding counties went on Solutions also. So we were the first, one of the first counties to have computer. We were on originally with another company that when if you had a problem with the computer, you took your phone receiver and you put it into a little thing. And it was on there for hours, and maybe they would be on it, working on it, and maybe they wouldn't. And you had these big reels, and you had this big thing in the back where the auditor's office is now. That was
Yeah.
our big computer room, and it was
That's how they stored the data on
Yeah.
the reels, yeah.
Big tape.
the big tapes. We had to do backups once a week and everything, but
Wow.
yeah, it was terrible. But you know, we would be on there on that phone for hours trying to get them to fix a small problem. Henry County had it, and I think Fremont County maybe. We were the three counties that had that, and it was terrible. So we went with Solutions, and then, yeah, so we've been with them forever and ever. And they've always been wonderful until Harris bought them this year. We had some issues, but
They finally fixed them up
yeah. So they're getting better.
from November.
Yeah. Harris bought them. And then they've had some issues, but hopefully they'll come out of it. Sonny Morrison, who used to work here for me,
She's our owner.
is now working for them, so hopefully things will get better. But anyway, thank you, Corey.
Yep,
I
sure.
appreciate it.
Thanks.
Any questions? Okay,
No?
that's just a little history lesson for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I like it.
But now we have Corey, so we're very lucky. We had Randy Sunderman at one time, who was a computer person. And then it was Sonia and me who did the computer work.
Corey, how long have you been here?
Just over 10.
10?
And we're very lucky to have him, very lucky. Not everybody has a computer person, and we are so lucky to have him, so. Anyway, so now, we've done the budgets that we have. We still have some budgets to go, but I think we need to, maybe kind of, if we can possibly talk a little bit about salaries, if possible, if we can come to any type of a consensus at all, or an idea, so that we can kind of move forward. I don't know what you guys are thinking.
I just like to know what do we have, for wiggle room?
I don't know.
As far
We won't
as-
know until we get everything in there. I mean, we're all over the board, and do you have any thoughts at all? I mean, we've had a lot of things thrown around. I have not heard back from the state auditor yet. as far as the sheriff's pay, what we can do with that, whether we can or can't.
Last year, did we, what was it,
Three and a half.
3.5 last year?
Yeah. I think it was 3.5 the year before also.
So like 3.85?
Maybe it was 3.85.
Yeah, it was- or
Yeah, I think it was
3.75 or
3.85,
3.85, yeah. It
Yeah.
was a little bit more than 3.5.
Yeah. I think we're gonna have to go with, I don't think we have a choice on the county attorney. If we're looking to hire a new county attorney. I
So-
don't think we have a choice.
On his salary this year was what, 107?
107. They wanna go to 118. So I don't really think, if you look, the county attorney is 69th, the sheriff is 82nd, the auditor's 69th, the treasurer's 68th, the recorder's 66th.
When we had a part-time attorney, how did they split it between a county, or how did that, was it just a part-time and then they had a private practice as well, or?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. But the county our size, they have, it's so much work anymore. Because you've got magistrate, you've got juvenile, you've got the criminal,
Yeah,
and it just takes a lot of time. And the desire was to go with a full-time county attorney. And so that's what the board chose to do. And I don't think we want to go backwards.
well, and I don't have a problem with a full-time county attorney, but then also have an assistant attorney. It just seems like that's a lot of, that's, in order to get him up as well, the assistant, I think, to get, now maybe you could do a full-time and a part-time and have some guy come in and help on court dates and stuff, or backups. I don't know. Just so you can give your full-time guy what he's, what they're asking.
But he did say Tuesdays and went Thursdays. He needed 2 for sure those days.
Yeah, yeah,
And then when they're gone, vacation or whatever.
Yeah, when you have to have coverage, yep. Yeah. I think we found out that it takes 2. It just, even though the population may not be, we've got the prison, and it takes more. It just takes more anymore here. So
and we're.
that's why we have,
And we only have one assistant application, right?
right,
So,
yep. Yep,
That should tell you something right there.
yep. And it's like they said, unless you have someone with connections, family in the area, it's gonna be hard to probably get somebody.
it's just hard to compete because like the cities and the bigger counties, they, obviously they're paying bigger bucks, but also the cost of living is a lot more expensive if you're living in Des Moines area or Pella or wherever you're, compared to around here. You can live pretty well on 107,000 a year.
But if you're not from here, you don't know that either.
No, I know, yeah,
You're looking at it.
But there's not a lot to do around here either, so, yeah.
But my point is, if you're from out of some Des Moines and
right.
you look at that.
You have to, like
I'm not
Judy
even
said,
gonna
you have to
apply
have
for-
family or some reason to come here.
I'm not even gonna apply for that job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. But I think we're very fortunate to have Jim step in,
Well, yeah, that helps a lot.
yes.
I agree. We're
So-
lucky to have that. What would I guess if that wasn't the case, say Jim wasn't around, or he wasn't even interested in, how would we proceed, I guess, with
We'd have to
Would we have
share
to
with
have,
somebody, wouldn't we?
have to borrow a county attorney to cover
We
stuff?
would have to
or how
contract
would
with one somewhere, and we would have to have done it really fast, because with Carl leaving,
Yeah.
we would have to have a county attorney in contract right now. I mean, to begin
Okay.
on the 13th.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
I was just wondering if we weren't as lucky as we were.
Yeah,
You know, we might be in a
we
big,
were very fortunate that Jim would step forward, but
right,
he also wants the guarantee that, that we're gonna do something with the budget too,
Yes.
going forward. So, yeah,
That definitely needs to be addressed, yeah.
yeah. So I would like to move forward with the county attorney's budget at least.
and how much of a increase was that? That was more than
Yeah, that was on his,
11, was it? I can't remember what we had on his, I have papers here. He gave me.
It's an increase for the two staff members as well as the county attorney and the assistant county attorney. And I think if we're gonna get, I don't know. I guess you all need to decide.
well, we don't want to lose the experience of the people in there.
No, we don't, and they've got a lot of experience in there. So,
Well, I don't know about 10 and 15%. That seems too much. But also have to remember that this is not the private sector. If they want to go make that kind of money, they could go try it to see if they can make it in the private sector. I don't think they could, but. What was that percentage for the attorney then? That let me see,
it's 10% for the
10%
attorney.
increase for him. And then a 14% increase for the assistant. I don't know, where are we gonna get the money?
Yeah,
That's the only thing, I mean,
I know, I understand.
you always wanna pay your people, and you wanna keep the good people, and you wanna keep everybody happy, and you wanna give them everything, but that's the problem I always have with like the government versus private sector. Private sector, you can go and make money to pay people more and offset the cost. And the public, or in the government side, you can't. You're not gonna be able to, you don't tax your way to increase salaries. You have to cut stuff or move
Yeah,
money
that's-
from one thing or something else.
you either lose services or people
Yeah.
to make it up.
I just thought if you wanna be rich, government's probably not the place to do it. Didn't work in Washington though. For some reason, these guys are all doing well.
They do well there.
Yeah.
Well,
Is our total budget is around 18 million for the county?
Do you know
Do
what
you guys, like,
what's
the
total
overall budget, is it like 18 million for the county or something like that?
Can we take a quick break? Can we take a quick break?
Sure.
It's a long drive, was it?
That's not right. 33.
So like, what was our, like, our revenue versus what we spent for,
For fiscal year '25, it's what, 16 million, but then the bond, the jail
Jail.
bond's in there, so, but if you take that out, it's right around 16 million.
and then what was our our expenditures on everything?
Well, that's what number I'm thinking.
Yeah,
The
that's,
16 million, that's what we budgeted to spend. Okay, but then what's our taxes and things, our income to the county? Is it? I'm assuming it's more than 16 million, or
What was budgeted for fiscal year '25 was that the fund balance was gonna drop a little bit.
okay.
So the revenues weren't as high as the expenditures. The fund balance was gonna drop. That's what was budgeted.
Okay.
That's not gonna work. I'm just trying to figure the salaries for this for
The secretaries, yeah,
except they're not, they're really legal.
legal secretaries.
Yeah. The one at 61,000 is 61.7 is too much. She's currently at 56.
Come you get the cool that machine.
Huh?
Come you get the cool that machine.
Because I stole it from downstairs.
she did, she came and stole it from our office.
Okay, since I'm done, what's the revenue versus last year's? What do we?
We don't know yet. I mean, we don't know anything yet. I'm just trying to even guess what we're doing. No, that's not good.
What do you got?
I have no clue. I'm just trying to, we can't possibly take them up 10 and 15%, but
If you did 3.75, that got him to 58. On Kim anyway, that would give her to 50, yeah, 58 point, or 58,242.
and they want to take them up to the deputy's salary downstairs.
Which I think they should.
Yeah, I'm just trying to take, if we take them both to 59,310, except that's not fair to, if we take one to 59,310 and one to 58,1. I don't know what the percentage is.
Well, and then these,
5, 6,
the
1,
deputy salaries then have not even been figured to go up yet, so they want to be the same.
Do what?
The deputy salaries that they're comparing to down here have not
I know, but if we just took them to that,
to the current, yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I was saying that gets her to 58,
Yeah.
which is, but
3173.
I don't think we're 3.75.
But not everybody's at 80% downstairs either, that's the thing.
gonna say.
Not everybody's at 80%, some are at 73, 4. So they were taking the high road.
Oh, instead of average, like an average.
Yeah,
maybe?
they were taking the
They took
few.
the highest of everything.
They took the
Oh,
highest.
okay.
And then they took dispatchers, our dispatchers aren't that high. Some of them, they were taking like at 60,000. We don't have dispatchers at 60,000.
Summer,
Is Summer, but Summer's the lead
She's the
dispatcher.
head, their director, isn't she,
Yeah.
or whatever she is?
Yeah. Divided by 56137 equals, that'd give her a 5.65. 5%. And if we took her to 100, 50, 567 minus. Oh, that's not good either. No, that's not a good one. Now let's just do this. Okay. 5, 6, 7 times. Let's see. Clear. 53. If we took them up both 5.65%. One would go to 59,310, and one would go to 57,000.
5.6.
5.65. That would only leave them $2,300 a piece. A difference, that's not good, because right now they're 6,000 a piece. That wouldn't make them happy campers.
Well, that keeps them, what do you mean? That
that right? What did I do?
Well,
don't think I
it
did
gives
that
them
right.
6,000 still, but she would,
It's 53,424.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then
okay.
59,308, yep, still
Yep, okay, so that's
6,000.
still.
Yeah,
okay, I
they're
wrote it
still the
down.
same.
I wrote it down wrong, okay.
Yep. But
So that's just an increase of
$3,000
$3,000.
each.
So that may not be acceptable to Jim, I don't know, but
So is he,
he wants some more than that.
if we can't do that, he's not gonna do it?
I don't know.
Is that what he's threatening?
Well, that's what he doesn't want. I mean, he wants them up there higher. But
Oh,
he's
no,
not
you
looking at
can't.
the right things either, because this isn't right. I mean, these aren't right.
Yeah.
Because they're not, those are the highest salaries down there. So they're not right.
Then doesn't just one person at each office? get
Yeah,
higher,
it's 80%, yeah.
and then it steps down?
Yeah. Cause just the deputy
Not necessarily, but, because like
Is
our office is
an
all
off-
deputies, but we have an 80%, 70,
Oh, okay.
76.
okay. And that goes off seniority, pretty much?
It just depends,
Or just, okay.
yeah.
Performance.
Well, it just depends on the elected official, how they are. Yeah,
The department head?
the department head,
Okay.
yeah. 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 Yeah, so, just depends.
I don't know. It's just-
Okay. Any thoughts on the others? On the
I guess
increase?
my thought would be 3.75
Okay,
and
and going with the full for the county attorney.
oh, we're just talking about this assistant or the
No,
legal assistants?
no,
Or
no,
are we
no.
talking about all the?
No, we're talking about everybody,
Everybody,
3.75
3.75.
for everybody,
And then see where we're at with that. And
with the
then,
3.75.
yeah. I don't.
Let me switch it.
I don't know. And then see.
You want me to go through and change it so you can see?
I just like know at the end of the.
3.75,
our balance,
and then you
are
gotta
we-
change all the
Are we
FICA and
balanced?
the
Or are we
IFRS.
gonna run a deficit because we're paying so much salaries?
We don't know. I mean,
That's what we
without
need.
going
I
through and
know.
changing everybody and changing all the FICA and the IFRS, you won't know. And I can help do that, but I can do it from home.
I work all weekend.
I can do it too.
Can I get a computer to do it at home? How does that work? Because
Yeah.
Melissa always had one.
Can
Do you
you,
have a laptop?
can you set the VPN up for,
You guys have a laptop in your office that you can just take home?
can you do a
Melissa had one
VPN
and
connection
Ken had
for
one.
at home?
It's like,
We approve it,
On
Oh, on
solutions? Oh,
but if the board gives approval. Okay. We'll approve, I have no problem approving her to do it, I used to do it at home all the time.
now how does that work for your hours and, I mean, do you?
She's salary.
Oh, yeah, okay, never mind. Never mind, okay, never mind. All
I
right.
used to,
Yep.
I'll tell you what,
You probably did numbers while you're in bed, just figuring.
I actually did, I used to have my stuff spread on the bed, we had a king-size bed. I spread on the bed, I had stuff spread out, John would be on his side, and I would have I'd have my calculator and my computer, and I would be on the bed. Yes,
All right.
I did, so anyway.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that.
so
Okay.
you want me to plug 3.75 into everyone and then see what
Yeah.
that goes to? What
Yeah.
about like jailers? They want $1.
Well, I think we need to work on that one, too.
I mean, are you wanting to do all of them?
I think that's a different story. I think we need to work on the jail, on the sheriff's and the jail. Because I think we need to,
Well, we need to find out if we can even do what Charles and them are wanting to do. If that's
maybe
not-
we need to plug theirs in as he asks.
So keep the jail the same.
Yeah, if it's plugged in that way,
Well, it's not yet. Kim only put $1 in
okay.
when she gave it to me.
Probably need to plug it in the way he asks.
So she wants me to add 4% to all of them.
And then we can, yeah, and then we can
I'll
see.
do that,
So I'll change
yeah.
sheriff to,
We'll have to get Lisa to change they'll have to change the engineer stuff.
yeah, because I'm not.
You can't change theirs, they'll have to change it. Yeah.
Okay, so sheriff is gonna be at 4% plus $1 for jailers,
Yeah,
and all the rest are the same.
Jailers that wants to bump them $1 and give them percentage on top of that.
And then everybody else,
I think they give us a new thing tonight.
Oh, yeah, we got that. Emailed to us.
Yeah, they brought it, no, it's a spreadsheet thing that Kim just, no,
Oh,
on
it's,
the attorney, what do you want me to put into theirs? I mean, theirs is fairly.
leave theirs the way it is right now until we can
See what the rest of it.
talk to them, I guess.
yeah.
I mean, I hate to bring this up too, but do you
This
think
thing.
Charlie makes more money than
Oh,
Michelle?
Michelle,
Yeah.
this is the thing that,
Just see that coming next.
Yeah.
they printed it
And
out.
then, well, is Charlie close to retiring, or she should be retired? Or I
think
can't remember.
They just, Kristen laid it on your desk, I think,
Oh, yeah.
tonight.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Kristen, did you lay this on Brian's desk?
Probably.
It's Outlook at the top. Does it say Outlook at the top?
Cash farms,
Those are all new ones that go in your book. Okay. Look in this pile over here, because this, I think this is all new stuff tonight. That was the engineer stuff. Right there, there it is, there it is, yeah.
That's one
Okay.
thing about this job, Brian, you'll get lots of paper.
yeah.
You won't have a
That's what you
shortage
get
of
for
paper.
not being here, no. Yeah, okay, all that, is that clear as mud?
So keep attorney the same.
Yeah, for now,
Keep doing that?
just for right now, until we can figure out what we're doing.
Okay.
How do you just take it backwards?
Yeah, if that's the only one. We still gotta get, can you give me a copy of non-departmental and let me work on it, and lost, and I'll work on it?
Oh, we gotta still go through that.
Yeah, that's,
They haven't been done yet.
did you look up juvenile,
Some of it's done.
did you look up juvenile to see if we had any refund on it? Rebate?
We didn't look at that today.
Okay.
We had our big bond call today.
Oh, Shenandoah Building. Shenandoah Building, we want to put in 1,000, or do we want to? Todd,
Sorry,
that's okay.
got a weird text from EMS that said 5 minutes to 12:39 State Highway 2.
What's that mean?
That's my address, but I don't know what it means.
Oh, okay,
It's like, and it said traffic is light, so
okay.
I have no idea.
How
Okay.
much do we want to put in for gravel on,
Oh, for the.
yeah, 500?
Yeah.
500?
500 for now. For the veterans,
For the veterans.
the annex, or not the annex, sorry, the veteran.
Yeah, for the Shenandoah Building.
Shenandoah Building, yeah.
It's not the veterans for the Shenandoah building, I guess.
At 5,000?
No, 500, 500 for gravel.
$500?
$500 for gravel. They said 225.
I hope that was $225.
That's what I was hoping.
That's what they said.
That's what he said, so.
He said he was a veteran, he'd make it good.
Yeah, I think, surely they can work with them
Yeah.
to do it.
I think they will.
I got approval to get them a sign made, so
Yeah.
they'll be happy about that. Pella's gonna try to do something.
Okay.
All
Okay,
right.
all right, what else? Then we'll see where we are on Tuesday, I guess.
Will we talk about this on Tuesday?
Well, I guess Brian won't be
Probably.
here on Tuesday, though.
Okay.
That's a morning meeting.
Yeah, that's a morning meeting. So we'll have to talk, we'll have to set another,
And then do you want
when
to?
do we want to talk? How do we want to set another meeting so we can talk?
You want Wednesday evening? Or
And when do
Wednesday?
you want to go over then the
Yeah, 'cause
the local option tax?
Yeah, when do we want to do that?
Well,
I'm gonna try to get it all done.
I'm free next Wednesday, Thursday, if we want to do it on those days.
The,
I'm not free Friday. It's my birthday.
It is the 14th, isn't it?
Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always got to buy my wife something on my birthday.
That's not right.
Whoops, sorry.
How are you on Wednesday and Thursday night?
5 o'clock I get out, and then depending on how far I travel, it might be 15, 30 minutes to get back to the hotel.
Okay.
Because it's gonna be really cold, I really hate sitting in the truck and do it.
Do what?
They say it's gonna be really cold Tuesday and Wednesday and
Yeah.
Thursday.
You're not going back to your hotel on Wednesday?
Yeah, but
Oh.
I'm just saying I don't wanna sit in the truck, because if I get out at 5 o'clock and you start the meeting at 5 o'clock, I don't have time to drive it.
Oh, right,
So-
okay.
So,
So you won't get out till 5, okay.
we'll get out to 5, and then, like I say, it'll take me 15 to 30 minutes,
Right.
depending on where we're at that day, because next week we're moving.
Oh, you're moving around, gotcha, okay. Okay. Okay,
So the 13th doesn't work the greatest for me, but
the what?
13th, Thursday.
Does not work with you? You got a ball game? Okay. You want to meet Tuesday night?
After our meet, yeah. I mean, I can.
You want Tuesday night? Tuesday work?
Next Tuesday. We
Okay.
do it at 6.
Whatever works for you
What,
guys.
is that all right? Because then
Okay, Tuesday at 6.
That'll give me time to get back.
get you time to get back to the hotel, and
Because I
then
know Tuesday we gotta go to the.
I guess we should ask
I'm
Corey.
gonna have to make up some hours, so.
And are you just, what do you want
Just
the
stay there.
agenda? Just say on the 12th.
Budget, I guess.
So Tuesday at 6.
Just discussion, budget discussion,
Yeah,
no action.
no.
Are you thinking Wednesday too?
We need to ask Corey if he's free.
Because we'll have to get the agenda up Tuesday
Yeah,
or Wednesday.
I mean, I would think we're kind of behind a little bit, so.
I'm new to this, I'm sorry. Not much advice for you.
I mean, do you want me to just do one for Wednesday also and then?
Yeah, we could always
Yeah,
cancel if we
go
don't
ahead.
need it. But it's probably safe to get it up 24th, so we're within the guidelines.
Okay, and then we'll do Wednesday, and then I gotta be here Thursday to swear in Jim. As long as he agrees. Come on, what? Okay, Wednesday.
Or we can do it first thing in the morning, I get up at 5.
I'm up at 4:15.
Judy is not a morning person,
Oh.
didn't we remember this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot.
I could always get up, but I go back to bed.
Suppose we get Vinnie on Is there,
Get a good intercontinental breakfast there, do you? No?
What time does your meeting start?
8 o'clock. But, you gotta be ready.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Gotta be early.
Yeah.
And if you're late, stay.
Oh, yeah, they probably,
I'm sure they'd be upset. Okay. All right, so Tuesday and Wednesday, 6 o'clock. Corey, where are you? Oh.
I'm assuming he's still here.
Oh, I'm sure he is. Yeah. Don't. Crap.
Tuesday and Wednesday, right?
And what is our, I guess, what's our goal time frame? I know, I
We
think
gotta have
March
it by March
5th,
5th.
right? Okay, so we've got, but I mean, we don't wanna be like March 4th and just finishing.
No.
So, but, I mean,
No.
what
What
would
do
we,
we want to do? I mean, we can.
I would hope by the third week in February, maybe, hopefully. I don't know.
I guess we'll know more after Tuesday and Wednesday, huh?
okay, yeah, okay.
You're trying to call Corey?
So on this, we'll have everything we take in, we'll have
He's away from his,
all the expenses. so
he's
that-
away from his.
Yep,
There you.
so that-
that'll give us a better,
Levy set up,
Tuesday and Wednesday,
and
6 o'clock.
because evaluations went up, right, so.
Tuesday and Wednesday nights at 6, can you meet?
It's still gonna be a higher tax.
Is that bad, Corey?
Is there any way we can lower the levy?
Tuesday and Wednesday at 6?
That's-
yeah, I'm not sure. That's,
You sure?
I like to see all the total numbers. I know I'm not gonna,
I know, we've got to see the total together,
You
so,
can't really decide until you see it.
no,
yeah.
And it's great to give an estimate.
Yeah.
Be awesome if we just knew we were so far above it that we didn't have to worry. Just like,
we just got to cut everything, yeah, okay. Okay, let's
but
just,
I am pleased with everybody's trying to stay.
They
tight
really are
To
tight.
to the budget.
Yeah.
Stuff, so. I've seen it in your, well, I guess I think my first year, of course, yeah, there was a lot that were,
most times, everybody's very good. They really are.
you know,
Most people do not pad their budgets. So, we do need to cut JD's budget down. We need to cut the percentage down for the transfer. But as he said, we've got to have the 75% there, or else they cut the road use
yeah.
tax, so, yeah. So we'll have to cut the transfer down, so that'll make a big impact.
What's the transfer?
Road use, we transfer from rural basic and general basic into secondary road. But he always asks for the max, and we don't give them that max. So
It's gotta be 75.
it has to be at least
Do
75%,
you usually cut it to 75?
always. Always. If you give it to them, they'll spend it.
Well, spends on, as long as he spends it on roads.
Does that,
Or does that
You
go-
forget we gave them
I know.
$500,000.
Well, and then I also thought that would help the gravel budget. Where that's why I was asking that question about the rock.
Yeah.
Because I was like, well, did we lock that in? Because, then we do, I mean,
It was
Take off
locked
that
in.
500,000 of rock, and then you have more.
then he's,
for-
but yeah, because I thought then you could use the other money for other things, or if you wanted a new piece of equipment or something, but
Didn't we just buy tandem trucks?
we did buy one, I think, didn't we?
He's dependent on his guys to tell him what to do.
I know we just got a mower and
That's why I want to know when he's bought what.
dump, side dump, new side
Belly dump,
belly.
yeah. So,
Can we make a motion to adjourn?
Sure.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
6:20.